Hello, my name is Arlo and this is Elemental Idea, and today we're going to be talking about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. These names are getting longer and longer and longer. Soon enough it's going to be a whole paragraph. Alright, so I recently watched this movie. It's an entertaining movie and it's a popcorn movie. You're gonna enjoy it, right? I recommend it watch from the theaters because I have a lot of sound effects and a lot of CGI. And if you like Kong X Godzilla, you're gonna like this movie. So, uh, this movie happens uh, generations after the Caesar trilogy, the ones that we already got, but those play heavy into these ones. Not that you're not gonna be able to watch this movie. You're gonna be able to watch this movie completely if you didn't watch the, let's call it the old ones, but they're not the old ones. Let's call it the Caesar trilogy. If you didn't watch the Caesar trilogy, you're gonna still understand this movie, but some knowledge is required. Not too much. All right. If you see any recap video like you will find here, you will be on your way. So the plot of the movie. The plot of the movie is simple. Is a walking movie. Our characters have to go from point A to point B, and in this quest, they're trying to find revenge, and they pick up new friends in the way. I don't want to spoil this movie too much because they did a good job not doing it on the trailers, and that's a weird happenings right now. So, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna give you a spoiler-free review, and at the end, I will give you a small spoiler section, and you will be able to judge if you wanna see that or not by yourself, right? I would recommend not going into the spoiler section until you see the movie, but it's up to you. Probably you don't care. All right. So for what we see in the trailer, our main protagonist called Noah pick up one human that is May, and they're being hunted by an evil king, and this king is Cesar Proximus. And over here is when you have to realize that the movie happens in the future, so Caesar is already dead, and he is revered like a deity, like a Chris figure somehow, right? Like a messiah. So there is a faction who believe that their teachings are good, and he coexists with humans, and there is other faction that is using the same words that he has, the same teachings to their own advantage, and this is why our king is called Caesar Proximus. And actually, that was a really interesting idea. They mentioned the Roman Empire. If you know me, Roman Empire is what I think every single day, like any other guy. They just mention it. So, their evil kingdom, the Caesar Proximus, is looking for this girl, and they send uh, apes to capture her, and she gets caught up with No, and yeah, they're and then teaming up, right? And in this teaming up, they meet friends along the way, and they learn some stuff about Caesar and about his teaching, and how the world used to be before the apes time. And they figure out that there is some humans in this world that don't speak. They're like basic animals, and they call it echoes, right? And it's a nice idea, call them echoes, because like they're echoes from former humans. But the Germain can talk, right? So that impressed No and his friends. Ultimately, they get captured, right? and this is where the movie has the big finale. And yeah, if you want to see what happened, go to the movie. Okay, I will tell you later. Don't worry, I will tell you. All right, so the movie as a movie have a lot of CGI. The movie is a snooze fest in the middle. For me, it's too long. It's definitely stuff that could be cut out, and there is stuff that need to be added, but that will be in any movie. A lot of CGI, and you have to be prepared for this because it's basically a CGI movie. And when you watch this movie, you realize how awful are other movies like Lion King. The CGI in this one is superior. So the budget the West Ball has, as the director West Ball, is only like 160, and this movie and the creator prove that you don't have a big budget to have a really good CGI movie. So effects are really good. What else? The plot. The plot is our typical plot: revenge plus mystery box, finding out what is happening into the world, and they give you, for me, the best answer that we ever had in Planet of the Apes movies of why the apes are dominant now. So, yeah, I watched on Dolby, so if you wanna do that too, I will recommend it. Sound effects. There is a part of the movie that for some reason it becomes like a horror movie, so you have a bunch of jump scares. Yeah, be aware of that. But other than that, for me, it's an average movie. But if you're a fan of the Planet of the Apes franchise, you're gonna enjoy it a lot. And if you like just popcorn movie, disconnect your brain for a little while, this is gonna be fun. Other stuff. It's not a dumb movie. You will have to think about it, and it won't break your suspension of disbelief too much. So yeah, but it still is a pleasant surprise that the trailer didn't spoil the movie, and that's something to say. All right, guys. So from now on, we're gonna have some spoilers. We're gonna talk spoilers about the movie. We're gonna have some nitpicks about it. So be ready in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. What happened in the movie is this girl that they find out not only can speak, she is still an intelligent human being, and we figured out there is still remainings of civilization of humans in this world. Our main bad guy, Proximus, is trying to open a vault, and it was one of these bunkers that the government went when everything started happening. So it's weapons, technology, but they can't open the door, and that's what they're trying. And he's using the teachings of Cesar that says ape have to be with ape to open the door. And it's really funny. It will make you think about how religion work and how always the stronger tend to dominate the weak. A little more advanced civilization will take advantage of the less advanced, and this happened with apes too. That's what they do. They go to this village of No, and they claim every single one of the monkeys there to be a slave and to open the door. And this is with May, our human character, plays a part because she is actually looking for this vault, this bunker, and that's why Proximus is trying to capture her, because he knows that she knows how to open it, and she actually knows how to get in. And she's looking for something inside, and eventually they go inside and they retrieve it. And this is gonna be a little nitpick over here. The device they were looking, I don't know why they risk their life for that. This is not like, well, it's not. So they open the vault. Obviously, the guy is waiting inside. and May have a plan to actually float the ball, and she does, so no one can have that. A lot of apes die, unless you are from the tribe of No, because they weren't into the plan, they escaped. And this is when our two protagonists, No and May, have their falling out, because May is all about the human race, and this No is still like a kid, and he gets swim by the reality of the world. And over here, we find out that she retrieved a chip device, and at the end of the movie, the only stuff that these do is they're able to turn on these antennas and send a message, and they figure out there is more people out there. So it's kind of like a setup for another movie, but it's a weak setup. I don't think it lands really well. But the end with our protagonist No is really good. Defeat Proximus in a fight, in a duel, using the eagles, because his tribe is a tribe for eagles, and you meant to see the grow in him. He can control the eagles through songs, and it's a pretty nice it's a pretty nice ending for the character. At the end, they have this scene when May and our No get together, and I didn't understand. She was carrying a gun, and it led you to believe that she was going to fire at him. I don't know why. This escaped me. Probably more intelligent people will figure out why, but it was, for me, it was like, why she's trying to kill this guy? It's no point on it. But he learns the truth about what happens with apes and humans, and the reason why, and they tell you why, humans have lost their ability to speak and be intelligent, is because a virus that we created. So we did that to ourselves. And that's basically what it is. They also kind of implying that May is immune to the virus, because she can be outside and the people inside is wearing like suits, like back suits. Yeah. And that is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That's a long ass title. So if you enjoy what you see here, click here or here to see more. And as always, leave a comment behind if you like it. Subscribe, it really helps. My name is Arlo, and this was Elemental Idea.